Gentle movement restores joint lubrication and cartilage nourishment in ways that are both subtle and profoundly transformative, especially after the age of 60, when the knees bear decades of accumulated stress and adaptation. The knee joint is not merely a mechanical hinge, it is a living system composed of cartilage, ligaments, synovial fluid, and surrounding muscles, all interacting dynamically to maintain smooth motion and structural integrity. Cartilage, the tissue that cushions the bones, has no direct blood supply. It relies entirely on the movement of the joint to absorb the nutrients and oxygen it needs to remain flexible and resilient. When joints remain still for extended periods, this nourishment slows, leaving cartilage dry, stiff, and vulnerable to wear. Gentle, deliberate movement stimulates this fluid exchange, bathing the cartilage in the essential nutrients it requires to maintain its elasticity and strength. Every bend, straighten, or rotation of the knee initiates a cycle of compression and decompression that draws synovial fluid into the cartilage and surrounding tissues. This fluid serves not only as a lubricant, reducing friction between the femur, tibia, and patella, but also as a carrier of metabolic substances that sustain cellular function. Without this regular movement, the cartilage gradually loses its capacity to resist pressure, and the joint becomes more susceptible to stiffness and pain. The key is consistency. Small, repeated motions performed with attention and care can trigger a cascade of physiological benefits, allowing the knee to regain some of its lost mobility and resilience. The surrounding muscles play a crucial role in this process. Muscles such as the quadriceps, hamstrings, and calf muscles act as natural pumps, aiding the movement of synovial fluid and improving circulation around the joint. As these muscles contract and release, they gently compress and release the joint, enhancing the flow of nutrients while removing metabolic waste. This dual action not only maintains the health of the cartilage but also supports the ligaments and connective tissues that stabilize the knee. Stronger, more engaged muscles distribute load more evenly, reducing the stress placed directly on joint surfaces and helping to prevent further degeneration. At a microscopic level, gentle movement stimulates the cartilage cells, known as chondrocytes, to maintain and repair the extracellular matrix. When cartilage is mechanically loaded in a controlled manner, these cells increase the production of collagen and proteoglycans, molecules that provide both strength and elasticity. This is a crucial aspect of joint health because cartilage has limited regenerative capacity. While it cannot fully replace extensive damage, repeated, gentle motion can enhance its maintenance and delay further deterioration. It is through this mechanical signaling that the body communicates its need for resilience, and the joint responds with adaptation. Fluid circulation within and around the knee is equally influenced by movement. Synovial fluid becomes less viscous with gentle activity, improving lubrication and allowing the joint surfaces to glide over each other with reduced friction. Warmth generated by consistent movement also increases tissue elasticity and promotes blood flow, creating an environment conducive to healing. When the knee is actively engaged, not only does it move more freely, but the surrounding tissues experience improved oxygenation and nutrient delivery, accelerating repair and reducing stiffness. The nervous system integrates these signals, responding to movement and positioning with adjustments in muscle tone and joint alignment. Slow, mindful motion communicates to the nervous system that the joint is safe to move, reducing unnecessary muscular guarding that can restrict motion. This recalibration of neural signaling allows the knee to experience a greater range of motion with less discomfort, further enhancing lubrication and nutrient flow.
Focus on the joint, breathe with the light.
I feel the warmth, it's working.
Good, now extend slowly, let it guide you.
More efficiently, nourishing cartilage and promoting long-term joint health. Even small, simple movements, when performed regularly, have a cumulative effect. Seated leg extensions, gentle knee bends, and supported squats all stimulate the flow of synovial fluid and activate the surrounding muscles. These exercises do not require high intensity, rather, they depend on precision, repetition, and attentiveness. The benefits may not be immediate, but over weeks and months, the joint begins to feel more flexible, resilient, and comfortable. Pain gradually diminishes as lubrication improves and cartilage receives the nourishment it needs to function optimally. Mindful engagement during movement amplifies these effects. Paying attention to the sensation of bending and stretching, noticing the subtle flow within the joint, and coordinating breath with motion enhances neuromuscular feedback. This deepens the body's awareness of alignment, encourages smooth motion, and allows adjustments that protect the knee while maximizing the flow of synovial fluid. The combination of gentle movement, muscular support, and conscious attention creates a holistic environment in which cartilage can be sustained and joint function preserved. In aging knees, the restoration of lubrication and nourishment through gentle, consistent movement represents a return to natural balance. The body's tissues respond to appropriate mechanical signals, improving flexibility, reducing stiffness, and protecting against further degeneration. Through deliberate, mindful activity, the knee regains the ability to move with ease, supported by muscles, lubricated by synovial fluid, and nourished by metabolic exchange, demonstrating that even after decades of wear, the joint retains a remarkable capacity for resilience and renewal. Mindful exercises retrain the nervous system and reduce pain perception by teaching the brain to reinterpret signals from the body, transforming fear and anticipation into trust and ease. Pain is not merely a reflection of damaged tissue, it is a dynamic experience constructed by the nervous system, influenced by prior experiences, expectation, and emotional context. In older adults, particularly those experiencing knee pain after 60, the brain often interprets even safe movements as threatening. Muscles tense, joints stiffen, and protective patterns emerge, limiting mobility and amplifying discomfort. Mindful exercises offer a way to gently reshape this relationship between sensation and perception, allowing the nervous system to recalibrate and reduce unnecessary pain. The process begins with slow, deliberate movement performed with attention. When the body moves gently and predictably, sensory receptors in the muscles, tendons, ligaments, and skin send detailed feedback to the spinal cord and brain. These signals provide a richer, more accurate map of the joint's position, motion, and load, enabling the nervous system to update its internal representation. Over time, repeated experiences of safe motion teach the brain that the joint can move without harm. This recalibration reduces the protective guarding that often accompanies chronic pain, allowing muscles to relax and motion to become more fluid. Breathing plays a central role in this process. Deep, controlled breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which counters stress responses and lowers the release of hormones such as cortisol and adrenaline. By engaging the body's natural relaxation pathways, breath supports the nervous system in interpreting movement as safe rather than threatening. Each exhale signals to the brain that it can release tension, allowing joints to glide with less restriction and muscles to contract more efficiently. Coordinating breath with movement enhances this effect, creating a rhythm that aligns body, mind, and nervous system in a state conducive to healing. Chronic pain often leads to fear-based movement patterns. Individuals may unconsciously limit range of motion, brace muscles, or favor one leg over another, creating imbalances that further strain the knee. Mindful exercises interrupt this cycle. Slow, conscious motions provide continuous feedback, helping the nervous system differentiate between genuine threat and harmless sensation. This process gradually restores natural motion patterns, reducing compensatory tension and protecting the joint from unnecessary stress. As the body moves more efficiently, the nervous system receives consistent evidence that the joint is resilient, reinforcing positive movement behaviors. Neuroplasticity underlies these changes. The brain continuously rewires itself in response to experience. Repeated mindful practice strengthens neural pathways that associate movement with safety rather than pain. Each successful, low-stress repetition reinforces confidence in motion and diminishes the dominance of fear-based circuits. Over time, the nervous system begins to anticipate movement as comfortable, and the intensity of perceived pain diminishes. This transformation is not instantaneous, it unfolds gradually, through patient, deliberate practice, creating a foundation for long-term relief. Mindful movement also improves proprioception, the body's sense of position and movement in space. Enhanced proprioceptive feedback enables more precise muscle activation, better joint alignment, and more efficient load distribution. As muscles respond more accurately to sensory input, forces across the knee joint are balanced, reducing localized stress that can contribute to pain and degeneration. This mechanical improvement is coupled with neural recalibration, creating a comprehensive system of protection and efficiency. Emotional regulation accompanies these physiological changes. Chronic pain often carries frustration, anxiety, and fear, which amplify neural pain signals. Mindful exercises cultivate awareness and patience, fostering emotional balance alongside physical change. When the mind is calm and focused, the brain processes sensory input with greater accuracy and less exaggeration. This emotional component is critical. Reduced mental tension lowers overall sensitivity to discomfort, allowing movement to become more comfortable and less threatening. Consistency is essential to these benefits. Sporadic practice reinforces old fear-based patterns, while regular mindful movement strengthens neural pathways associated with safety and control. Short daily sessions, emphasizing awareness, precision, and calm breathing, accumulate over weeks and months, gradually retraining the nervous system. The joint experiences motion without harm, muscles relax, and the perception of pain diminishes. This ongoing reinforcement supports not only physical recovery but also confidence in the body's ability to move safely. Through mindful exercises, movement becomes a dialogue between body and brain. The nervous system learns to interpret sensory signals accurately, releasing unnecessary tension and reducing exaggerated pain responses. The joint regains range of motion, muscles regain efficiency, and pain loses its dominance over daily life. Over time, this process transforms both perception and function, demonstrating the profound capacity of the nervous system to adapt, heal, and restore freedom of movement even in the presence of age-related joint changes. Strengthening stabilizing muscles protects and supports the knee joint by restoring the body's natural architecture of movement, allowing the joint to function with resilience, balance, and efficiency. The knee is not an isolated hinge. It exists within a dynamic system that includes the hips, thighs, calves, and core. Over decades, inactivity, pain avoidance, and age-related muscular decline disrupt this system. Weak muscles force the joint to bear more load than it was designed for, creating friction, increasing stress on cartilage, and intensifying discomfort. By deliberately rebuilding the strength of stabilizing muscles, the body regains its capacity to distribute forces effectively, protect delicate tissues, and facilitate smooth motion. The quadriceps, located at the front of the thigh, are crucial for knee extension and shock absorption during walking, standing, and climbing stairs. When these muscles weaken, the knee relies more heavily on passive structures such as ligaments and cartilage, which are less capable of handling sustained pressure. Strengthening the quadriceps through controlled exercises gradually restores this protective function, allowing the knee to absorb force more effectively. Similarly, the hamstrings at the back of the thigh control bending and stabilize the joint during movement. Balanced strength between quadriceps and hamstrings ensures that forces are evenly distributed, reducing the risk of strain or injury and preserving cartilage integrity over time. Hip muscles, particularly the gluteus medius and minimus, play an essential role in maintaining proper knee alignment. Weak hip stabilizers often result in inward collapse of the knees during weight-bearing activities, creating abnormal stress on joint surfaces. Targeted hip strengthening corrects these alignment issues, improving the biomechanics of each step and reducing uneven wear. Core muscles further contribute to stability, maintaining posture and providing a foundation for coordinated movement. When these proximal muscles are strong, the knee is supported indirectly, experiencing less unnecessary force with every motion. Muscle activation also enhances joint proprioception, the body's awareness of position and movement. Stabilizing muscles act as sensors, providing the nervous system with detailed feedback about joint angle, load, and movement velocity. This feedback allows the brain to make precise adjustments, coordinating muscles to protect the joint and optimize motion. As proprioception improves, balance increases, microtrauma decreases, and confidence in movement returns, creating a reinforcing cycle of stability, safety, and mobility. Strength training triggers metabolic benefits that extend beyond muscle fibers. Repeated contraction and release improve circulation, delivering oxygen and nutrients to surrounding tissues while removing metabolic waste. This circulation benefits cartilage, ligaments, and connective tissues, fostering an environment conducive to repair and maintenance. Moreover, moderate resistance exercise induces anti-inflammatory responses in the body, reducing swelling, stiffness, and discomfort in the joint. These biochemical changes complement the mechanical benefits of stronger muscles, creating a holistic approach to joint preservation. Consistency and progression are critical. Muscles adapt to gradual increases in load, responding with hypertrophy and improved endurance. Slow, controlled movements ensure proper engagement of stabilizing muscles without placing excessive strain on the joint. Even modest improvements in muscle strength can produce significant reductions in joint stress. Translating into smoother walking, easier transitions between sitting and standing, and more confidence during daily activities. Over time, this accumulation of small gains leads to meaningful improvements in mobility and quality of life. Emotional confidence is intertwined with physical capability. Chronic knee pain often fosters hesitation, fear of movement, and reliance on passive support such as canes or chairs. Rebuilding muscle strength restores a sense of control, enabling individuals to move with trust rather than apprehension. As strength increases, the perception of limitation diminishes, encouraging more engagement in daily life and reinforcing the positive cycle of movement, stability, and resilience. Targeted strengthening also addresses asymmetries that develop over time. Favoring one leg due to discomfort or previous injury can create imbalances, leading to compensatory movement patterns that exacerbate stress on the knee. By strengthening both sides evenly, these asymmetries are corrected, restoring symmetrical loading and reducing localized irritation. Balanced muscular support ensures that each step, bend, or lift engages the joint evenly, preventing further damage and enhancing functional mobility. Even low-impact exercises, when performed with precision and attention, can yield profound benefits. Simple movements such as partial squats, leg raises, or hip abduction engage multiple stabilizing muscles simultaneously, improving strength, coordination, and endurance without overloading the joint. Repetition and mindful execution allow the body to adapt safely, building resilience in a sustainable manner. Over weeks and months, these exercises accumulate into substantial improvements, providing the knee with both mechanical protection and neuromuscular intelligence. Through consistent strengthening of stabilizing muscles, the aging body demonstrates its remarkable capacity for restoration. The knee, once reliant on passive structures and vulnerable to stress, regains the support of a well-functioning muscular network. Forces are distributed evenly, motion becomes smoother, balance improves, and confidence in daily activity returns. Each contraction, each controlled repetition, sends a message to the joint: it is supported, it is cared for, and it is capable of renewed movement. This process underscores the intimate connection between muscular health, joint preservation, and the resilience of the human body, revealing that even in later decades, strength remains the foundation of comfort, stability, and freedom of motion. Breath and controlled motion regulate inflammation and healing signals by creating a physiological environment in which the body can respond with clarity, balance, and resilience, transforming joint discomfort into a pathway toward restoration. The act of breathing is far more than a mechanical exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. It is a powerful regulator of the autonomic nervous system, influencing heart rate, hormone levels, and immune function. When movement is synchronized with slow, deliberate breathing, the body interprets this rhythm as a signal of safety. Stress responses diminish, inflammatory pathways quiet, and the tissues surrounding the knee receive an internal message that they are supported rather than threatened. This combination of motion and breath initiates subtle but profound cascades of healing signals that ripple through muscles, connective tissues, and cartilage. Controlled motion enhances circulation and lymphatic flow, delivering essential nutrients to cells while removing waste products that contribute to inflammation. When the knee bends, extends, or rotates in a measured, mindful way, the synovial fluid within the joint moves more freely, bathing cartilage and ligaments in nutrients necessary for maintenance and repair. Simultaneously, gentle muscular contractions create pressure gradients that push blood through capillaries and lymphatic vessels, supporting metabolic exchange at a cellular level. Over time, these processes reduce stiffness, improve lubrication, and allow the joint to glide more smoothly, making everyday activities less painful and more effortless. The nervous system is particularly responsive to the pairing of breath with motion. Slow exhalations activate the parasympathetic branch, promoting relaxation and down-regulating sympathetic stress responses that often exacerbate pain. When muscles contract and release in coordination with intentional breathing, proprioceptive and mechanoreceptive signals are refined, giving the brain more accurate information about joint position, load, and movement. This neural clarity reduces protective guarding, allowing muscles to function efficiently and relieving unnecessary compression on cartilage and ligaments. Over weeks and months, the nervous system learns that movement is safe, decreasing pain sensitivity and restoring natural motion patterns. Inflammation, a central factor in knee discomfort, is directly influenced by these practices. Chronic low-grade inflammation is often sustained by stress, immobility, and biochemical imbalance. Breath-synchronized motion modulates immune activity, encouraging the release of anti-inflammatory cytokines and reducing pro-inflammatory signaling. The resulting chemical environment supports tissue repair, improves synovial fluid quality, and diminishes swelling around the joint. Through this integration of mechanical, neural, and biochemical cues, the body gradually transitions from a state of defensive tension to one of restorative engagement. At a cellular level, coordinated movement stimulates chondrocytes, the cells responsible for maintaining cartilage, to synthesize collagen and proteoglycans. These molecules contribute to the elasticity and strength of the cartilage matrix, allowing the knee to absorb stress more effectively. When motion is guided by controlled breath, cellular energy production improves through enhanced oxygenation and nutrient delivery. Mitochondrial efficiency increases, providing the resources necessary for repair and maintenance. Even small, precise movements performed consistently can trigger this regenerative activity, demonstrating the potency of mindful physical engagement. The psychological dimension reinforces these physical processes. Chronic pain often amplifies anxiety, creating a feedback loop in which tension increases discomfort. Mindful coordination of breath and motion fosters a state of calm awareness, reducing emotional arousal and improving pain perception. Attention shifts from anticipation of discomfort to the direct sensation of movement, allowing the nervous system to process input accurately rather than through a lens of fear. This mental recalibration is essential for breaking cycles of pain, stiffness, and inactivity, enabling the body to respond with fluidity and confidence. Consistency multiplies these benefits. Daily sessions, even of brief duration, reinforce the connection between breath, motion, and healing signals. The body begins to default toward patterns of ease rather than tension, and the knee experiences repeated periods of enhanced lubrication, nutrient flow, and muscle engagement. Over time, these cumulative effects strengthen the joint, reduce inflammation, and improve mobility, illustrating the remarkable capacity of the body to adapt and recover when guided with attention and care. Breath and controlled movement also cultivate a rhythm that harmonizes body, mind, and nervous system. This rhythm establishes a meditative flow in which each repetition becomes an act of communication with the body, signaling safety, balance, and restoration. As muscles, ligaments, and cartilage respond to these signals, coordination improves, alignment stabilizes, and the risk of further injury diminishes. Motion ceases to be a source of fear and becomes a source of nourishment, reinforcing trust in the body's innate intelligence. Through this interplay of breath, motion, and awareness, the knee joint experiences profound support at mechanical, neural, and biochemical levels. Lubrication improves, cartilage receives nourishment, inflammation declines, and proprioception sharpens. The body gradually relearns efficient movement patterns while the mind cultivates calm confidence. In this way, controlled movement paired with mindful breathing not only alleviates discomfort but also creates the conditions for ongoing resilience, demonstrating the body's remarkable ability to heal, adapt, and maintain freedom of motion even in the presence of age-related changes. Consistent low-impact activity rebuilds confidence, mobility, and resilience by gently reintroducing the body to the patterns of motion it was designed to perform, allowing aging knees to experience stress in a safe, controlled, and restorative manner. After decades of accumulated strain, periods of inactivity, or compensatory movement due to discomfort, joints and muscles adapt to protect themselves, often resulting in stiffness, weakness, and reduced range of motion. These adaptations, while protective in the short term, gradually restrict movement and amplify fear of activity. Low-impact exercise provides a bridge back to mobility, offering controlled stress that encourages the knee joint, surrounding muscles, and nervous system to recover function without exacerbating pain or causing injury. The principle of gradual, repeated stimulus underpins this approach. Short, gentle sessions performed consistently allow the body to adapt incrementally, improving circulation, joint lubrication, and muscular strength over time. Walking, stationary cycling, water-based exercise, and simple functional movements activate the muscles around the knee, hips, and core, redistributing forces that previously concentrated on vulnerable joint surfaces. These low-impact activities preserve cartilage health while minimizing impact forces, enabling joints to receive the benefits of movement without excessive mechanical stress. Each session functions as a subtle signal to the body: it is safe to move, and motion supports repair, not damage. Psychological transformation accompanies physical adaptation. Chronic knee discomfort often fosters hesitation, anxiety, or avoidance of daily activities. Low-impact, achievable exercises restore confidence by providing consistent experiences of success and safety. Each completed repetition, each painless movement, reinforces the body's trust in itself, gradually replacing fear with assurance. As confidence grows, individuals are more likely to engage in activities that challenge mobility and strength, creating a positive feedback loop that accelerates recovery and enhances quality of life. The mind learns that movement is not a threat, and the body responds by releasing unnecessary tension and guarding. Balance and coordination improve as the stabilizing muscles of the legs, hips, and core regain function. These muscles, which often weaken with age and inactivity, are crucial for absorbing shock, maintaining alignment, and guiding efficient movement patterns. Strengthening these systems through consistent low-impact exercise reduces the risk of falls and injury, enhances postural control, and improves gait. Improved proprioception, the body's sense of position and movement in space, allows the knee to experience mechanical loads in an optimal range, protecting cartilage and ligaments from excessive stress while maximizing efficiency of motion. Consistency also fosters physiological resilience. Repeated low-impact activity enhances circulation, ensuring that oxygen, nutrients, and anti-inflammatory molecules reach tissues effectively while metabolic waste is removed. Improved blood flow supports cartilage and connective tissue health, while gentle muscular engagement encourages lymphatic drainage, reducing swelling and inflammation around the joint. These systemic benefits are cumulative, meaning that even small daily sessions accumulate over time into significant improvements in joint function, comfort, and overall mobility. Emotional resilience emerges alongside physical gains. Chronic discomfort often carries frustration, discouragement, or fear of dependence. By establishing a routine of consistent, manageable activity, individuals experience empowerment and control over their condition. Low-impact exercises demonstrate that progress is possible without overexertion, offering a sustainable path forward. This emotional reassurance supports adherence, reinforcing the benefits of activity and fostering a positive relationship with the body that encourages continued engagement in movement. Functional mobility is directly enhanced through consistent low-impact activity. Movements that replicate daily life, standing, sitting, climbing stairs, walking, or reaching, train the knee to manage real-world loads safely. By practicing these actions in a controlled, gentle manner, the joint, muscles, and nervous system become better coordinated, reducing strain during everyday activities. As efficiency improves, energy expenditure decreases, fatigue lessens, and the perception of effort diminishes, making life feel easier, more fluid, and less constrained by fear of pain. Even modest improvements accumulate over weeks and months. Slight increases in joint range of motion, small gains in muscle strength, and incremental enhancements in balance compound, creating substantial changes in function and comfort. Low-impact exercise does not seek immediate transformation but rather gradual, sustainable adaptation. This approach respects the body's adaptive capacity, fostering lasting resilience rather than temporary performance, and ensuring that joints remain supported, muscles remain active, and confidence remains intact. The beauty of this practice lies in its integration of mind, body, and rhythm. By maintaining attention to form, pacing, and breath, low-impact activity not only strengthens muscles and protects cartilage but also cultivates mindfulness, awareness, and a sense of bodily harmony. Each session reinforces the connection between intention and action, teaching the nervous system that movement is safe, predictable, and restorative. This combination of physiological, neural, and psychological benefits produces a state of holistic resilience that supports long-term joint health and overall well-being.
Beautiful day for a walk.
It certainly is so invigorating. I feel so alive out here.
Capacity to recover, adapt, and thrive. Joints once stiff and fragile regain mobility, muscles return to their stabilizing role, and the nervous system relearns confidence in motion. Pain gradually diminishes as movement becomes an ally rather than an enemy. Over time, what begins as a small, cautious practice transforms into a sustainable lifestyle of strength, balance, and fluidity, showing that even after 60, the body retains a profound capacity for renewal and the ability to move freely with resilience and confidence. If you found these insights helpful and want to continue learning practical, science-backed strategies to stay healthy, strong, and vibrant as you age, don't forget to like this video, share it with friends and family who could benefit, and subscribe to our channel for daily senior wellness tips, nutrition guidance, and simple lifestyle hacks designed to enhance longevity and quality of life. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video that can help you live healthier, happier, and more empowered every day.